What's the craziest thing you've ever climbed?
Oh, well, that's easy. The pyramids of Egypt.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna ask this, and either you can start telling the story, or you can just brush over really quick, and that's how I know we're not going to talk about it. What's the craziest thing you've ever climbed?
Oh, well, that's easy. The pyramids of Egypt
Pyramids of Egypt
was definitely the gnarliest.
Are you able to talk about that?
I don't know. I don't care.
All right, yeah. So for those of you out there, like, Ben told me he was going to Egypt. You went with Tim, right?
Tim
Livewire Sheaf.
Marwan, yeah. He was like a guide. One of Tim's friends, Egyptian guy, lives in London. His uncle lives in Egypt, so he was kind of like our middleman there.
Yeah.
You know?
And I had seen, like, there's clips, there's like pictures of you guys out there like on camels. I think you guys were like riding around and stuff. But then you were like, dude, you won't believe this. And you basically told me about this one night when you guys decided to camp out overnight, essentially with the help of a guide. So what happened exactly?
Well, we spent we went there we went with Giles as well. Okay. We were filming I think it was like a Flow TV or some Flow, a little documentary in Egypt. And we went out there, 4 of us from England, and then met a bunch of the locals out there, just to film a little documentary for Flow. And we're visiting all the spots, and obviously we go to the pyramids, and we go one day and we climb around on the base and get kicked off real fast. And while we're there, I think we're there for like a week, maybe a week and a half, we're asking people if they know anyone that can help us climb the pyramids. Because that's like the biggest thing, that we kind of went there to do that. Obviously we saw the other spots and stuff and filmed some content. But that was our goal, to climb the pyramids.
Yeah.
So on I think it was our last night or our second to last night, one of the locals there knew somebody. It was like this kid who's like great-great-granddad used to like, I heard that he had like the fastest time running up and down it back in the day when it wasn't like a huge tourist thing.
Yeah, because this has been done by other people, even recently by other tourists. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, we got up there and there's so many names carved into the pyramids, like hundreds of thousands of people.
It's just now though it's heavily guarded and security is around.
Exactly, yeah. There's guards with guns and it's pretty crazy, yeah. So we found that kid who was a kid. He was like, I don't know, 14, 16 or something. We were letting this kid lead us into this place, and then this other guy who was an illegal treasure hunter, and
that's the guy you told me about.
Yeah, because supposedly in Egypt, like 70% of the treasure is still unfound or something. That's what I heard.
So bump this over more.
So there's like a there's like a black market for treasure. Yeah. So it was him, the illegal treasure hunter, and this little kid, basically leading us there. So we camped out at this like souvenir shop that one of the dudes owns, and you walk into the shop and it's just thousands of just like little pyramid statues, or little,
that you just buy
the cat or whatever it is that that's like the warehouse where they keep it. They ship it out to the tourist places, So we stayed there until like 2:00 in the morning. Woke up, got a briefing from this little kid, which he spoke Egyptian. I didn't know what he was saying. All dressed in black. And we just walked along the gate, and then one part of the gate, there's like 20 feet up, there's like a little hole that you can just climb through. So we climbed up the gate, climbed through the hole, and just started our mission. And from that gate, it's probably like half a mile to the pyramids.
Okay.
So you got to walk through.
And is this at night when this is happening? Or
oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so this is
3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so set the stage. This is at pitch black, overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Complete darkness. There's cameras around the
This guy leaving out details like that.
Well, yeah, complete darkness, cameras everywhere, and we don't really know what to expect, because we're just walking. It's like very hilly, and then there's like drops, and there's walls, and
you're not trying to shine flashlights to bring attention to yourself.
And we had one camera, and we like covered up the red dot and everything, So we're just walking and trying to be careful, just keeping our eyes out. And we get to this one spot where in the distance I see I have everyone stop, and I see just a pack of wild dogs just in the distance. I just see the silhouette walking and then they stop. It looks like I feel like they smelled us or something. And then they started like walking towards us and kind of like went down into this ditch, and we lost them. I was tripping out. I had nothing. I didn't have a knife or anything.
Exactly.
I was like, fuck.
These are wild
I don't want
dogs.
to fight some wild dogs right now. That would be not good. So we're just chilling there for a little bit, keeping an eye out. And then we see them about 30 feet kind of up on this big rock. And they're just looking at us, and I think they were just curious, and then they left. But that was pretty scary.
Yeah.
And then when we get closer, like kind of like around the pyramids, there's like more walls and like tombs and stuff that you can kind of like hide behind, or like there's like entrances to like tombs underground, which are all blocked off. And we get to this massive wall, and we like look around it, and there's just a guard patrolling with a gun, like a rifle with a flashlight. And we're just like, fuck, how do we get past this?
Yeah,
It's a dude with a gun, like, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And I think someone made a noise, and right then we're this wall's kind of like 10 feet or something, but we're kind of like looking around it or something, and it's really wide. And the flashlight just shines right over us.
No way.
Yeah, so that tripped us out. So that kind of held us back for a little bit. I think we stayed there for about an hour. Just like camping out, just be like, this guy's got to leave sometime, or go back to his post, or take a nap, or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, you guys are pretty committed at this point.
But we're really close. We can see it. It's probably like 200 meters. But from this wall to the pyramid is just openness. It's just complete flat ground all around this pyramid. So we just wait for a good time, and then the guys are like, okay, now. So they, like, one at a time, we just crawl to the side, to the pyramid, and just one at a time, we're just fucking crawling, and we all get there. And then right when we get there, I think me and Tim were like, we wanted to be the last ones. I don't know why we were at the bottom, having everyone go at first.
Yeah.
I think because we knew we could just blast up it if we needed to. So, and right off the bat, we got like maybe like 5 steps, and these blocks are kind of like,
they're really steep.
They're like
right?
waist high, so you're stepping up really high every time. So it's like massive steps, you know, huge steps. And we get like 5 steps up, and some dude like rolls his ankle or something.
No
like,
way.
Pretty bad, yeah. So we have to like help him up. And halfway up there, I think adrenaline kicks in, and he's all right. But yeah, I mean, after that, we get to the top. You know, we're above the clouds. It's cool.
Shit,
There's like at the top, I think there's 3 of them. One's like really hard to get up. One's like still a perfect point.
Okay.
The one we went up was like, it like goes to a point and then it flattens out at the top. I think just like it's eroded, or like corrosion has kind of like messed it up over time. But it had like a wooden structure. So like on the top of it, it had like a wooden structure that was like a spike, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to climb up this pyramid and not climb to the very, very top of this thing. So like I climbed up the wooden structure and stood on the highest point you could possibly stand on. Yeah.
Damn, and you said your head's like above the clouds, right? Like,
oh yeah, there's a picture of me on Instagram. Me and Tim, and we're above the clouds, and you see the other pyramid in the background.
No way.
And I think you can see that one of the poles of the wooden structure too. But went up there, did a backflip, because
you have to.
You gotta. And then the Egyptian guys like prayed up there.
Okay.
So we just like kind of respected that. We went down and we did what we could, and showed our respect, and because we weren't going up there to be disrespectful. We were just going up there
for the experience.
Yeah. Chance to climb the pyramid. That's amazing.
No way.
So yeah, we did it. Sun was starting to rise, so it was like we should probably leave now, and then climb down and just ran. You know, once we got to the bottom, we were all just running with laughter. We were just happy we climbed the pyramid and climbed back out that fence. Went back to the shop. And
how long did the mission take the whole time?
Well, I think we left at like 2, and then sunrise was 5:30.
Okay.
So we were up there like 3 hours, 3.5, 4 hours maybe.
Yeah, it's a full mission.
Yeah, but when you're on the top, at a certain time, because it's a very religious country, like they all pray at the same time. So there was like an alarm, or like I forget what it was, like a horn or a bell or something, that a certain time, like let's say 5 a.m., it just rings, it sounds, and everyone wakes up. So at that time, we just heard it from like a 360 view. It's crazy.
That's cool.
It was really cool.
That's hella cool.
So yeah, we leave, get back, no problems, fly home, everything's good. A week later, put up the video, and I think like 1 or 2 days after that, I'm not sure who contacted Tim or Flo, but somebody, I think it was like some government or something contacted that channel or Tim and said that you need to take this video down.
No way.
Yeah, like you and everyone in this video is at risk of being hurt or whatever it is, you know, and you should never return to Egypt again.
No way.
Yeah.
That's wild. Because, I have seen a couple of guys that have posted it very publicly since. Like, there's been guys that have, like, fully put out articles on it and stuff. Yeah. And it's kind of crazy.
I don't think it's that bad, you know, but I think they were just doing it just to be safe.
Just to be safe,
And I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's what I was told, so.
That is wild. Well, you have the picture to prove it, and at least you weren't alone, so, like, the legend continues. It's crazy,
but there is a video out there somewhere. I think I actually have it.
No way.
Yeah, somewhere.
That's crazy, man. All right.